Hey, what's going on? Today I'm going to be going over the Manaforge Omega LFR, the second wing. It's Monsters of the Sand. I kind of paused the video right here. Let me play this real quick and I'll kind of explain something because a lot of people are dying to this. But if you look down here, you can kind of see, down in this area right here, you can kind of see like there's a light starting to build up. It's basically energy, and right there, as that starts to build up, that'll build up and it'll surge through there. If you're teleporting when it surges, it's just literally going to blast you, and you're gonna die and then have to run back. So just kind of wanted to put that out there for everybody. And let's see about, yeah, because like I barely make this. Yeah. Okay, and let's kind of fast forward here, get up to the boss.
3, 2, 1.
So we pull the boss here. Um, Not a whole lot going on. I'll go ahead and stop that. So a lot of people, if you're in a good group where you've got like a lot of damage coming out, like this one is, for instance, you can kind of lust whenever. But if you're in a group that's got lower damage, you're going to want to hold that lust till one of the later phases here. I'll bring it up when we get there. You're going to dodge swirlies here.
Astral Harvest.
Did we die? No, I just went back too far. Okay, so you're dodging swirlies that come from the other pillar, and then you get these lines on you. These lines here are going to spawn ads, and what you want to do is whichever pillar that they're coming from, pull them to just to the other side of the boss here, the far side of the boss. And so you can drop them in kind of in melee. You're going to want to basically get these down as quickly as possible. Because it's gonna drop the ads, and then it's gonna get more and more ads kind of as time goes on. But we'll just watch it and see. A lot of times, because they move to these pillars, and once they do, like, I'm pretty sure it does a lot of damage. I actually don't know what happens because I haven't been in a group yet that's let them hit them. So I'm sure you could probably see it on like the Mythic Race World first, like kind of what's going on there. But I just know that you're not supposed to do it. So. But you can stun these, CC them, you can root them, all that kind of stuff. But you want to get them down, and then let's go ahead and rewind that real quick. Where's that big circle at? Right there. So big circle out here. It's on one person, but you want to get everybody in here to soak that, because it does spread damage to everybody. And bang. Let's kind of move forward here. Got more ads. They come out from the other pillar. But you also got one ad that's still moving towards this one. So you're going to want to try to get it as well. Get it down first, or get it down quickly too. Obviously dodge this kind of stuff here. Then you got ads coming out. There's already ads out, and they're kind of moving in different directions. But like this one here, see, I tried to stun it and somebody kicked it, but luckily they froze it. We're going to turn on these, and then should be turning on this one behind us before too long. Yeah. And unfortunately, I don't have a stun for it because I've already burnt mine on it. They ring a piece it, and boss is going to come up here to the front. When he comes up here to the front, both of these pillars become active to where you can actually like do damage to them. And so you're going to want to turn, do damage to them. You can see lines coming out here from these pillars. You're going to want to dodge those lines. go ahead and fast forward a little bit more. He's going to bring an ad out, and you're going to want to try to put this ad down as quickly as possible. They're going to bring him into melee range, so that way you can cleave on him, cleave on the boss as well. We're also just trying to get as much damage into this boss as possible. So a lot of times it's just if you got a group with enough damage, you can just cleave on all this. Dodge swirlies, and then I think I'm in the wrong spot here. Yeah, you see the ping coming out? So he's going to do a cast, and once that cast ends, it pushes everybody back. This is going to send everybody to the front of the room. There's going to be some ads out, but there's also a pushback going on, and it pushback gets faster and faster. I believe it's tied to the ads, but we were close enough damage-wise here that really you just want to kind of funnel on the boss. But when he starts casting that, a lot of times you want to, or kind of right before he starts casting that what was it, Dark Animus or something like that, you're going to want to go ahead and just start, like, that's generally when you want to pop heroism and just like go to town on this dude. Because if you don't, what ends up happening is this pushback gets so, it becomes so heavy that like you just can't live. You'll end up dying. There's the ads. Like I said, we pretty much phased this one pretty quickly. So, or we got through this one pretty quickly. But there's, I mean, I was low damage at 2.9 here. So 2.9 million. And that was at number 10. There was a whole lot of damage going into this boss. And that's pretty much it for that one for LFR. And let's go ahead and speed this up. Fast Zalatath talking. This real quick, I'm going to go ahead and talk about this. These swirlies in the sand right here are basically big, it's like ads, basically. It's not an ad. I forget what the actual term is. But anyway, if you step on that or somebody steps too close to it, it's going to pop them up, and then you're going to have to fight him too. There's one here, one down here, one over here, and there's some on the other side of the boss as well. So you want to try to dodge those if possible. Okay, let's go ahead and get down here to these guys. The big thing with these is you want to kill these as close as possible to the same time, because basically when each one of them dies, it puts down what looks like a soul shard, and it starts doing a pulsing AoE damage. It's not too bad if, let's say you have 10% left on one and you kill the other two, you're probably going to be fine. It's not super tight, but you just need to be aware of that. And we'll go ahead and pull.
5, 4, 3.
And you kind of want to, for this first part, you want to get stacked up because there's a lot of damage that comes out in this very first part of this fight. So you really just kind of want to get stacked up as close as you can. I'm too far out here. Really should have been stacked right around in one of these areas. And while we're here, these blue things right here, this right here indicates that you can soak puddles once the puddles come out. And healers will dispel these off of you. I think it's supposed to put stacks on you in some of the higher difficulties. I'll have to watch and see. I don't remember if it did or not. Yeah. So here's the puddles that are coming out. He'll put these puddles on the ground. And then if you're one of these guys with the blue thing on your head, you need to be in these puddles soaking these. And obviously dodge this. You don't want to be standing in the middle of this. Well, take that back. Is that a dodge? I'm just doing some double checking here. I don't remember if that was the dodge or not. I almost want to say it's a soak, but I don't want to lie to everybody. So damage dealers, Which step? Fracture the hunt. He marks a player charging towards them for 24 million damage. Yeah, so you're gonna want to soak that. Okay. That's what I thought, but I couldn't remember. And I said you want to dodge it, and you don't really want to dodge it. Now let's skip back here. Because we done missed a bunch of the fight.
Spirit bomb.
But this is the one that gets targeted right here. This mage ends up getting targeted.
The hunt.
The more people you get in here, the more the damage soaks. But these two players right now should be soaking these puddles, and they're just not. And there was something that happened over there. What was that? Hmm. I don't know. Not seeing it. I'm sure it's there, and I'm just not reading it right now. But let's go ahead and we'll just keep moving. Obviously, you want to stay out of him running, because he'll say, what is it, like, to the ground, and so you want to get out of the way of that. And there's more of the hunts coming out. These lines, I guess it looked more like a blade dance than lines, but a lot of this stuff, I mean, if you've got good healers and whatnot in a good group, especially like this, you're just kind of ignoring a lot of it. But yeah, you can see this person was trying to soak it up, and they dispelled it. So now you got another one over here doing it. So they should continue to do that. I'm trying to stack on. I was trying to stack on top of them so that they could dispel it off on me, and then I would run over there and start soaking. So yeah, it looked kind of like a blade dance. I almost assume you would dodge that. Let's take a look. Blade dance. Slashes inflicting the players caught in the effect. Yeah, so just dodge that. And then they do a metamorphosis. A lot of times you don't. I've only seen, I think, 2 of them do a metamorphosis, because usually you're kind of just blasting them down before they get to the third one. So this is the first one. He's going to do a pull in, and you're going to want to soak these orbs to keep them from hitting him. That's kind of it for this one. Yeah, you don't want to get too close. It'll go to doing damage to you. I still don't know what that was and how you get rid of it. Because I've stood in it before, like when somebody had it on them, and I couldn't, didn't really seem like anything happened. Maybe it was just a soak. Then you got these 2 soaking puddles again. I mean, this is basically almost the entirety of the fight right here. But we're close to getting one down, and this happens a lot. Adarius usually gets blasted down pretty quick, so you want to like try to move everybody over. Generally, when he's that low, you want somebody to pull him out of the way. But these crystals will start doing pulsing damage. You can see it pulsing out here. And then this was a soak. I got out of the way, like I should have been standing in that instead of getting out of the way. So. And I've got the video sped up right now, just so everyone's seeing it. Yeah, then he was fixing to do, I think, another metamorphosis. And that's pretty much all on that one. And we're going to go ahead and skip to Fractalus, which pretty sure I did wrong. And I saw a couple ways to do this that I really liked. I don't know if you can do this on higher difficulties. I haven't checked, but we'll go ahead and start this.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So walls coming out. You got wall here, wall here. Generally, you want to try to move away from those so you don't end up with this debuff or this damage, this dot doing damage to you here. And then, yeah, they're stacking walls, and then the breaks. And I ran over here to help break those. But one of the things you can do that I've seen people do is you can actually like stack the walls in one place, and you can run behind them. So when the wall comes out, it doesn't actually put that dot on you if you're the person getting the wall or you're the person doing the break. I don't know if I saw that in this video or not when I was recording this, but I did see it. Where I think there was a mage that kept running behind the walls, and I was like, hey, that's pretty cool. A nice little way to do that and not take a bunch of extra damage. As you can see, like now I've got 2 stacks of it on me. And it does it chunks your health down pretty bad. Dodge circles. And really, whichever walls are built up the most, when you get the wall break on you, I would just quick look around, see which one's the highest, move to that one and knock those walls down. Yeah, because I got a wall on me, and you can actually run behind here and not take one of these dots to the face. I don't know if it gives you the dot or not if you run behind it, but I'm assuming it doesn't. But I kept seeing people do that, so. But I thought this was the way you were supposed to do it, and turns out there's a little bit better way to do it. And then I stood there like a dingus and got hit again. Here comes the brakes, and we didn't actually make it there. He ended up dying. But that's gonna be it for this one. So it's kind of a quicker video. I don't know if I'll be able to get Wing 3 out next week. If I do, it'll be like late Thursday. I'm actually going on vacation, so I'm going to be gone for a little bit. But anyway, I appreciate you watching, and if you would, leave a like on the video, and have a good day.